3, 2.
Oh shit.
Okay. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a special guest again. Introduce yourself.
Goddamn, you already know what the fuck going on, boy. Goddamn Slim P for the 950 Brick Squad.
Stop.
Goddamn Zone C.
Can you stop? Be for real. Anyways, the one and only boyfriend. And today we are going to share how we met and our first date, because so many people wanted to know how we met and
so many DMs, so many goddamn story replies.
Yeah. And I'm like behind him because there's not enough room over here and he's too tall, so the camera can't like get me and him. We are going to tell you guys how we met. So we've been together for 3 years now and some change, and we pretty much met 3 years ago as well. So we met through a mutual friend. So at the time we both had the same friend, and I've been friends with this person since I was like 12, and he met her at his job. Can you not vape?
Alright.
He met her at a job that he had in the city, and they worked together, and she would like tell him about me, but he never really like knew me. I never really knew him. Like, she would tell me stories about him, and she would tell him stories about me, but we never like met each other or like knew each other. We just like heard stories through her. So like we knew each other existed, but we didn't like know each other, and I didn't even know how he looked. Like, she never like showed me a picture of him. She would always just say my coworker. One day, in specifically March 28th, 2006, at approximately probably like, we were on our way to work, and I started work at 9, which means we probably met like around like 7:45, 8.
I probably was starting to work at like 7 and I was like 2 hours late.
Yeah, because you're always late. So we both catch BART, like public transportation, which is like, if you're not from the Bay Area, BART is like a train station basically. And he usually got on the train at a different stop than me, but the stop that I usually got on, like, I don't know, something was like going on with the tracks that day, so I had to go to the next closest stop, which was his stop. So I got like to the train station, and we were like both standing on the platform waiting for the train to come, and like I was kind of minding my business like I usually do, and I like had my earphones in, and I was like waiting for the train, and then like the train pulled up, and then like I seen him, like when the train pulls up, everyone kind of like gathers around the train because like they're trying to like get on it hella fast. So then like when the train pulled up, that's when I seen him. And I remember like looking at him, like I was kind of checking him out, but like I didn't like make it obvious. Like, I don't really make it obvious, and I don't really check people out anyways, because like where we're from, like there is not even any cute people where we're from, so I don't even like take the time out of the day to even look at guys in public, like even when I was single. But for some reason, like I was looking at him, and I was like, he's cute or whatever, but I didn't really pay any attention, because like I knew that even if I did see a cute guy, he was probably taken, so it wasn't even worth like pressing the issue. So anyways, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, so we get on the train, and like we sat on the same train, and then like he was going to a stop further than mine, so I was gonna get off the train first. And then my friend, our mutual friend, she texted me, and she was like, are you on BART right now? And I was like, yeah, why? And she was all like, I think my coworker sees you. And then like at that point, like I got kind of creeped out, because I'm like, who the hell is like watching me on this train? But I was kind of hoping that it was him, because like what a coincidence, like if I just seen this cute guy on BART, and then like it was her coworker, or whatever. So it was like kind of weird, but I was all like,
Think
yeah.
you a bad bitch, huh?
I was all like, yeah, I'm on the train. And she was all like, my coworker sees you. And I was all like, oh shit, like I wonder if her coworker is this guy that like I'm checking out. And then
I think this is where I should probably jump in. Unless you was something to tell them.
yeah, so yeah, I mean that was my side of like the first beginning of how we met. So you can tell them like what was your side and like what was going through your head.
Alright, so basically I hit our friend, and I was
no,
like,
start from like when we were on the platform. Did you like notice me on the platform
no.
or into? You didn't notice me until we got on the train.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I seen her on the train, and I hit up our friend because I was like, basically all the shit that she told me about her, I was like, this is probably her. And this is like, mind you, I haven't seen a picture or anything. Like we don't. Really...
She never showed you a picture of me.
No.
Oh wow! So we like
so
both didn't like know.
Weird, yeah. But basically, I was like, if this not her, I'm about to go talk to this girl. And I don't even do shit like that because I feel like it's weird. I just don't like. I like what are they called? Like interactions to be like just organic and shit. Like it got to be like work or school. I don't go to school, but like stuff like that where you're like forced to be around this person or you got some shit to talk about. Because I just feel like it's weird when people pull up on you and try to forge a conversation and shit. But yeah, so I hit her and I was like, yeah, she on BART because if not, I'm gonna go talk to this girl real quick. And then and I think it's only like how many stops is it to like where you was
my stop
like
to where I was
right?
going was like 3 stops, yeah.
So
he
that's
was
like
getting off at like the 10th stop.
Yeah, so it's like that's like a short time period because like if it was basically my thought process was if it was her, then I have another chance and I could just talk to her. I was gonna say her name when I was good. And then I was just about to talk to her and like set up something later or something like that and just like maybe I'll like kick it or something like that. But yeah, basically she was like, you remember, bro, to be honest.
Well, you text her and said
yeah, man, I text her and then she was basically, I think she was like, let me see or something like that. So that's probably what she texted
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically we were both like texting this friend at the same time on BART while like trying to see if it was us that we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like weird, but yeah. So then basically like I got off the train because my stop was like there, and then she was like texting me. She was telling me that like she was telling me that he was on the train, and she was all like, yeah, like he thinks you're cute, and like he was wondering if he could follow you on Instagram, and I was like, yeah. She was all like, he wants to follow you on Instagram, and I was like, okay, like you can give him my Instagram, and so she gave him my Instagram.
She was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, because at that point, like, I knew it was the guy that I was checking out at BART. So I was all like, okay, bet. Like, yeah, he could have my Instagram. And so she gave him my Instagram. And, like, I didn't really, like, hear anything of it, like, throughout the whole workday. But he ended up, like, DMing me later that day. And like we were just like talking and like, you know, like asking like the basic ass questions when you first meet somebody, like how old are you, like where are you from, like when's your birthday, like, you know. But like when I started,
your favorite color.
Yeah. Like when we started talking, like when we started texting like that same day, it was weird because like we were talking to each other like we were already friends. It wasn't like awkward. It was like we were already like joking and like calling each other like stupid and shit like before then. Like it wasn't like awkward like what are you doing, like what do you like to do in your spare time, what are your hobbies, you know. Like it was, I don't know, it just felt like, and I don't know if it's because of our mutual friend telling us so much about each other that like we already felt like friends, but like,
well also like I feel like with her like we kind of joke in the same way too.
Yeah.
Like play like
yeah.
like the same comedy type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so and you know what's funny? He was like, when's your birthday? And I was like, October 18th. Like, when is yours? And he was like, October 17th. And like, I was like, stop fucking with me, because I thought he was just like trying to be cute and like playing around. And I was all like, for real, like, when's your birthday? And like, that was really his birthday. Like, that's crazy that our birthday.
Yeah, leave a gang on Bang Beach.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much how we met. And ever since then, like, we talked every day pretty much. And then like a couple of days after like we met at BART, which wasn't really a meet. Like, it wasn't our first date or anything, and we didn't even really meet because we didn't talk to each other. We just like seen each other. But like he kept wanting to like hang out with me for a couple of weeks. Like, he wanted to hang out with me.
Put
and
this shit on too thick now.
Shut up. Yeah. He wanted to hang out with me. He wanted to hang out with me, but like I didn't want to because I was just like, I don't even know. Like, I really didn't even have a reason. I was just like hella closed off. Like, even though I thought he was cute and stuff, like I was just like, And like, he used to text me and ask like, did I want to like go places with him and stuff, and I would just be like, oh no, like I'm busy, like I'm not home. But my boring ass was at home every single day.
Well, yeah, and then also you hella shy. Like, okay, how she said that she be to herself on BART, like, I don't know if you care if I cuss in here. I don't know, right? Well, yeah, like, she really be like, you can't walk up on her and then like to say shit. Like, you would be right there, like, she'd be like this and like still ignore you. So like, she really be like to herself and shit. So
yeah, like I wasn't trying to like go anywhere with him, even though like texting was comfortable and stuff, and like we were friends through there. I didn't want to like go out and be like, I don't know, but basically our first date happened. Like, he was just like, do you want to go to the movies? And like at this point I had already been like kind of like curving, like running from like actually meeting him for like a minute, and I was just like, I need to just stop being a bitch and just let it happen. And like, if I don't like him, then like I just won't talk to him anymore, like whatever, it's not that deep, you know. And then so I don't remember what date our first date was, but it was at night, and I remember our movie started at 10:50 because we yeah, and we both had work that day, so like we had to meet like hella later in the day. And what's funny about our first date is our movie started at 10:50, and it was what was it, Cloverfield 2, and he was like, he had got off work at like 8 or something, and he was all like texting me, like he was like, oh, like the movie starts at like 10:50, so he was gonna pick me up at like 10:30 or something like that. And like, so I was like ready, he was like, be ready by like 10:30, and we was fucking late to our movie. This was like these were red flags that he was just gonna be a late ass person. He was late to our first date, and I remember he was texting me, he was like, oh, like I'm at my cousin's house, like I'm waiting for my cousin, blah blah blah. But your ass was at home getting ready. I know you was. I know you didn't just come straight. I think you were. And knowing the type of person you are, like, I know you went home. Like,
no,
because you're hella, like,
that's
you,
not what I'm
you
saying.
really,
I for sure went home, but I'm saying, like, I feel like I really wasn't open. Like,
no, I don't know what you were doing, but you made it seem like you didn't ever go home. Like, you made it seem like you just got off of work and, like, your cousin was holding you up, but I know you were at home, like,
hey, yeah,
probably fucking washing your balls.
That's hella funny. I was about to say that shit.
Ah, you fucking thought. Anyways, so yeah, we was like late to our movie, but like I really didn't care because I really didn't even care about
fucking bastard.
I really didn't care about the movie. I was just like doing it because like I know that I was like running from hanging out with him for so long. So we went and seen Cloverfield, and it was like boring as fuck. And it was just like, I don't know, like going to the movies on the first date is kind of weird because you guys don't really talk. Like, we talked on the ride there, and we talked on the ride back, but that was kind of it. Like, during the movie we didn't really talk, and like we wasn't really like touchy or anything. Like, we didn't kiss or anything. Like, it was really just like some friend shit. And after that day we just like stayed in contact, and then like we just hung out a lot more. And it's funny because after our first date, the next day I went to work and he was off, and he needed to go to Neiman Marcus, which was by my job at the time. This was by my job at the time, and he knew what time I got off, and like he fucking came, he went, like, it's ironic that he was out there at the time that I was off to go shopping, and he texted me, he was all like I'm out here like by your job, do you want to like go shop, like do you want to go shopping with me? And like I still, like, I didn't want to, so like I hella ran to the train station. I was like ignoring his calls and shit, and then like I waited until I got on the train, and then I was like, oh, like sorry, like I'm already on the train, like damn, too bad. Like, but like I don't even know, I just didn't want to hang out that day for some reason. Like, I was like super ran down. I had just like got off work, and I was looking a little crazy, and I just didn't feel like it, but that was pretty funny because I was really like, and like when I was walking to the train station, every car that looked like yours, I was like, oh shit, is that him? But it wasn't. And like I said, ever since that day, like we kind of like text every day. We started hanging out a lot more, and like I started staying at his house. And
talking about the time that you had work at like 6. No, you had to get up at like 6, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about the time where I was just like slept off.
Yeah, and like a couple of weeks into like dating, I guess, like after our first date and stuff, I had stayed at his house, and I had never spent the night at his house. I just stayed there until midnight because I had work hella early in the morning and I had to wake up at 6 o'clock. So he would like take me home like at midnight every night. And one night, like, we were like drinking, and it wasn't even like, we weren't even like hella lit, but for some reason he was like lit as fuck. And I needed to go home. Like, it was midnight and I was trying to wake him up, and I was like, dude, like I have to go home, like I have work in the morning, and like I can't stay here. Like at the time I had never spent the night at his house, so
and I don't wake up for shit. I don't give a fuck if it's work. I don't care if my
but on top of you already not wanting
care,
but on top of you already not like being a person that wakes up easily, you were drunk. So like, yeah, he kept like waking up, and I was like I have to go, and he was all like, oh, like, oh, okay, like here I come. And then like he would just fall back asleep, and like I was so fucking irritated with him. Like at that point, like I was fucking considering cutting you off because that's how fucking mad I was at you. But long story short, he ended up fucking bringing me home at like 5 o'clock, like an hour before I had work. Like, you ain't shit for that, you really not. But whatever. Basically, that was pretty much how we met. We just met through a mutual friend, and then we met at the BART station, and we've kind of been inseparable ever since. We've literally seen each other every single day since that day.
Yeah.
Or like talked, like stayed in communication with each other. Like even after like we met, well not met, but even after we seen each other on BART and like gave each other our phone number and stuff, like we always text. Even before our first date, we text every day. After our first date, we text every day.
Is it, you want to say like some like, I was gonna tell him about the trail or the
what trail?
When we parked by the around the corner from my house.
Oh, that's another story. That's another video. So yeah, that was pretty much how we met. If you want to hear our story about the first time we got high together, which was very fucking interesting and funny as shit, leave a comment down below, like this video, and we'll definitely tell you guys about that story. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was interesting. It wasn't like some crazy ass like meetup or whatever, but that's pretty much how we met. And yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs it up, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video, or we will see you guys in the next video if we decide to tell you guys about the first time we got high.
I mean, either way, we'll probably do some other shit. We need to keep it going, so.
Yeah.
Gang.
Guys, in my next video.
Yeah, all
bye.
that.